Hey there everybody, I'm Jackie and this is Casually Quilled. Everyone, I know it's been a few weeks since my last video. There's been a lot of craziness going on and then my microphone cut all of the sound out. That sucked, but I don't know. I'll keep playing with them, see if I can get them to work, but at this point it's not going well with the microphone. Anyway, because of that, technically this pen is already filled and stuff, so it won't be a full like filling and everything like that like I usually like to do with a new pen. So we're just gonna go over this one. So today, what I have with me is a new Jinhao. This is the Jinhao 58. I really like this one. I like the abalone shells in the white. I kind of wish they did a white instead of the ivory, but they have this one and then they had black, and I really didn't like the black together with it. I liked the way the ivory kind of blended more into it. So it's got this kind of, it's not even quite a gold trim. It's almost more of like a bronze, but the top here, we can see is just a plain black. It reminds me quite a bit of the Eco, except it is not a piston filler. Sorry, I'm at a different place today, so I just have the one hand. But I wanted to get a video done because it's been a while. So this one is gonna be a fine. Let's see if I can zoom in here. So that is about the only thing I haven't liked about this pen. Oh wow, zooming in, I can see how messy it's kind of been. Maybe spitting a little. We can see there's a lot of ink around that edge. So I had not noticed that with it. That kind of sucks a little bit. I'll have to keep an eye on that. But I have really liked this pen so far. It's pretty wet, writes super smooth. It writes maybe a little more towards a medium than a fine. It's pretty thick. I can't write super small with it like I like to do, but it's very wet. I have the, let's see if I can remember the name. Brandy is the name of the ink, but I'm trying to remember the brand that I have in it. But it's kind of a rusty color. I've really been enjoying that this time. See, I've still got quite a bit of ink there. I haven't got to use it a whole lot, but I used it at a wine tasting and just a little bit of writing here and there that I've had to do. Not a whole lot yet, but I've really been enjoying it. The one that's actually been really bad is my Esterbrook Peanuts. Completely stopped writing. I need to try a new ink in there. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with it. It was working great and then it just stopped. And I haven't been able to get it to put any more ink down. Need to clean it and try a different ink in it, see if maybe it was a brand thing. I don't know. It just stopped writing. It was very depressing, but I'll try to keep you updated about what's going on with that one. But this one, you can see it's kind of a gold nib. This one's been really nice. I have good luck with pretty much all my Jinhaos, honestly. This one's very light. I mean, this was, I think I picked it up for $15, I think, on Amazon. This one was. Might have been even less. I can't remember for sure. I should have double checked before I started the video. My bad. But it is the 58. I don't know. I really like this one. I've been wanting a new Eco, so it fills that void just a little bit. It's a lot lighter than the Eco. Obviously, with the converter instead of the piston filler, it's not as, it doesn't hold as much ink. But the cap, the way it fills in your hand, it's very similar. It's lighter. That's probably the biggest note. This does post very well. My only gripe with it posting is it makes it very long for me. That's very long for my hand. But it's not heavy at all, so it's not really a big deal. I can write with it posted. It gets a little uncomfortable for me, even just sitting here holding it. But it's not very heavy, so I can manage it. I just have learned I don't really like it posted, even though it gives me somewhere to keep the cap. I tend to like the size just in my hand with most pens, with the exception being like the Kaweco and some of those really little ones. But even them, a lot of times, I just hold it without. My fingers and stuff are small enough. I keep such a tight grip that it's not really a problem for me. I mean, I don't really keep a loose grip. I write like this. So my hand always gets tired even using these, and I try to be better. But yeah, so this one's very straightforward, very simple. So it's another new Jinhao, but they write so well. Like they're cheap, they write really well, they do well with shimmers. I mean, there's just really not a lot of reason I see not to get Jinhaos except for the name, because you want a nice name and stuff. Like my Sailor, sure, the gold, it writes really smooth, it writes really fine and sharp, but I don't know, I still go to the Jinhaos most of the time. Even if they crack and stuff at $9, I can replace it. If something happens to my Sailor, I'm probably, besides the fact that I can't replace that specific one because it was an edition, a limited edition, I'm probably not replacing it because it was even on sale almost $200. So I tend to lean more towards the other ones. I don't put shimmer in my Sailor because it's expensive. It's just nice to be able to grab one of these whenever I want. Something happens, it's not that big of a deal. I've only had one that was cracked that I've had issues with. I mean, I have so many Jinhaos, and I love pretty much all of them. The retractable ones are a little bit worse, I would say. One kind of wants to drip and the other one dries out, but as a whole, they still work better than some of my nice ones. So I'm big supporter of the Jinhaos so far. Between them, I really want to get a new Eco. I'm still on that train, so that will probably be my next new pen. But time will tell. We'll see. So this guy though, this guy's a really fun one. It gives a little bit more of that nicer look than some of just the straight ones. Like I said, it's kind of the Eco dupe. The other ones are more of a Sailor dupe, the 82s. I'm trying to try kind of more of the Jinhaos, more of the cheaper ones that are more approachable to people that are new to it or that have a lower budget. I like to stay kind of in that realm because even though I bought a couple of the nice ones, they're not really my realm. Like affording the Esther Brooks and the Sailors and stuff, they're not ones that I can pick up super often. Most people aren't going to be able to pick those up super often, especially now. A lot of the new Sailors have jumped into that $500 price range. So I'm trying to keep things more in the approachable zone. The next ones I want to try are, I'll save that for a future video if I'm able to pick them up. But I'm trying to do some of these that are a little easier for people to get their hands on, a little more approachable. Currently, those are the pens I'm really focusing on. I hope you guys kind of like that. If there's specific things you guys would like to see, or maybe a specific brand, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I would be happy to look into some of those. I'm working on maybe an ink order right now, but even like maybe some cases that you'd like to know about. Like I said, I need to go over it one of these days, but I use a colored pencil case to hold most of my pens. They're a lot cheaper than a pen case. No, they don't have like all the soft felt and stuff in them, but they're nice. I have, obviously, this is one of my Sleepy Hollow Rick saws. So I've got a couple of cases, but as a whole, I keep everything in there, and then I use just my 1 and my 2, either for vacation or day-to-day use. Beyond that, I don't really have any cases or anything like that, so they're things I'd be happy maybe to look into picking up some more of if you guys want to see that. But just let me know. I'm open to options. If you want to see more of the let's kind of call them the starter pen class, or that cheaper price point, I'd be happy to do more of those. I really like the way a lot of these kind of lower end ones seem to be working. Even my Asvine and my Hongdagon, I have no clue if I said that right. But yeah, just let me know what you're feeling. Hopefully I'm back on my 2-week schedule now. I may move the dates. I won't promise it'll always be Wednesday. That's kind of been a tough day for me to do recently with work and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this one was kind of short, a lot of rambling, but there just isn't a whole lot to show with it, with this one. It's very nice. I mean, just like a lot of the other Jinhaos, it flows really smooth. Like I said, I do wish it came in an extra fine instead of just the fine. But if you like a little wider, a little flowier writing, this one's really nice. It's been my carry for a couple weeks now, and I've really enjoyed it. The clip is fantastic. You know, it's not bad. It's not super tight. It's not super loose. I can do it with one finger. This does nothing. This is just solid. But, I mean, typical size, just like any other pen. Yeah, I've really been enjoying that one. Anyways, I know this one's kind of shorter. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.